You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Wait, so do you have to have any other? When are you going to get the root canal done? And then when are you going to be able to talk?
It's supposed to get it on Thursday. So we'll do this today in excruciating pain. We'll do our preview podcast tomorrow.
What a trooper.
Or I'm sorry, on Wednesday in excruciating pain.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday, I will get it fixed. So then on Sunday, well, maybe I'll hot mic on Thursday with a numb face.
That'd be fun. Just you chewing on your lip.
Yeah, just my side of my mouth just sunk.
Yeah, some drool spilling out.
Does my audio sound good?
Yeah, you sound great. Podcast time.
You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
How is my audio?
Your audio sounds good.
Cool. Okay.
A little shaky, but not on your end.
Yeah.
I know it's not on your end. It's just shaky for me. So if you hear
fine.
silence, you might have to cut the silence out.
That's okay. Hey, welcome to the Swingdom. I am Ben Ridner. I'm a 10.8 or 9 handicap now. I'm going up. I play some Cobra clubs. I've got a Puma hat. I wear Puma hats. I'm here with my best golfing buddy, Gunnar. He's not wearing a Titleist hat today. He is
I'm not wearing a hat at all.
000 handicap. Yeah, he plays some Titleists, and he's got a Cobra F8 in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a Puma hat?
I don't. No, Gavin, my son, has a bunch. Bunches of them.
Yeah. So
no, I'm not wearing a hat today, so you can see the sweet shape of my dome.
It's very bulbous.
It's well rounded.
Yes, it is. So we had real golf again. It was the Rocket Mortgage Classic, Detroit Golf Club. We had. I mean, the news is we had golf. Is there any other news?
There is news, and I actually want to have a conversation with you about a one player from the Rocket Mortgage Classic. But first, really cool news from the PGA. Yeah. Is that the PGA takes over the smaller tours and allows them to have a modified season. So the PGA is fronting money to PGA Tour Latin America.
Oh, very cool.
Sorry, Latino America.
Yeah.
The Mackenzie Tour and PGA Tour China.
Yes.
So they're fronting money to those. Each, I think it's 10 events.
Cool.
144 players each.
Yeah.
$100,000 purse minimum, and a minimum of 16 grand going to the winner.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah. So to allow those smaller tour players to have their season, because their seasons were completely canceled. Latino America, Mackenzie, and China were all canceled. PGA Tour said, "Hey, we'll bring you back. We'll give you some purse money. We'll guarantee some winner shares. We'll pay for everybody to play.
Yeah.
Just so you guys can stay out there," which I think is good, because a lot of their players come from these tours, these mini tours.
Yeah. Well, you sort of have to make your way up the ranking. So yeah, no, I'm with you entirely. That's good. That's good news.
Right. So I think it's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
I guess with all that and the Corn Ferry Tour.
Because the Mackenzie Tour, that's the Canadian one.
That's the Canadian mini tour.
Yeah. Good news, I guess, for the mini tours is Chase Koepka does not have to go back to the mini tours for another week.
Yeah.
He's got an exemption into, I think he's got an exemption into the next event.
the Workday Charity Open or something.
Yeah, what? So Workday, I
It
know
is the
Workday.
Workday Charity Open.
Yeah, so it's Workday. It's Phil Mickelson's sponsor. He's got their hat. Workday. They do HR. They should send us money because we're talking about them loads. Yeah, Chase Koepka, because he made the Monday qualifier but couldn't be there for this one. They've given him exemption into the next event, which is, yeah, I mean, that's good publicity on their part.
Yeah, well, not only that, Chase Koepka gets exempt into what was before the Rocket, the Travelers.
Yeah.
He gets exempt into next year's Travelers Championship as well as a kind of a sponsor gift from Travelers.
That's nice. I mean, when Brooks Koepka, I mean, when you have a recognizable surname, it I think it makes it that much easier. I think if it had been sort of a nobody, they would have said, yeah, better luck next time, kiddo.
Right.
But they didn't.
No, and I'm wondering if Chase Koepka makes better TV than Brooks Koepka.
So what I'm wondering is, I mean, I hope so. But the other side of me is saying Brooks seems to want to hang out with his brother. So if this is an event that Brooks wouldn't normally come to, if we get his brother in on it, maybe we can get Brooks to come too.
Yeah,
I think Brooks is now signed up for the Workday Charity Classic Open Invitational as well.
Well, the more big players you can have into these smaller tour events, the better.
The better it is for everybody, yeah.
Well, and you know what's still weird to me is that we don't see the packed fields like we were predicting we'd see. We saw them for the first three.
Yeah.
Even here, it wasn't as packed as you would assume it would be, with still playing for the FedEx Cup.
Well, yeah, exactly, because so Dustin Johnson is dying to get his hands on a FedEx Cup. Like he was thinking
about play this week.
No, but he doesn't play this week, which he has plenty of opportunity. I mean, this week wasn't, he beat Bryson DeChambeau last week. He probably could have beat Bryson DeChambeau again this week. I don't think Bryson did anything that miraculous this week. I think a few, we'll talk about it more, but I think a few other guys fell off versus Bryson sort of really running away with it.
Right. And speaking of Bryson and us still being in the news, this is where I wanted to kind of have a conversation with you is Bryson kind of freaks out on a cameraman.
Gives him a stern talking to.
Yeah, and so I wanted to, just to break it down, third round, 7th hole, Bryson puts it in a bunker, really screws up the bunker shot.
Yeah.
And
has a Sergio
the cameraman, Bryson smacks or whiffs or whatever you want to call it, brush, whatever, the sand, and the cameraman's just filming the whole time.
Yeah.
Bryson finishes the hole and berates the cameraman. And then addresses it at the post-round conference and says, I didn't behave the way I wanted to, which is good for him to say, but then says, but I think the PGA Tour needs to protect the image of its players. And I wanted to get your take on this. I wanted to get your take on how does that make Bryson look? B, was it right for the cameraman to film him the whole time? And lastly, is Bryson right in what he says about protecting the image of the players?
So I'm going to answer these in backwards order.
Absolutely.
C, no. I don't think they need to protect their players. I think Bryson needs to protect his own image, and he needs to be better about that on the golf course. This is going to correlate with part B. Part B is, what is the PGA Tour? It's a television show. It's a Tony Kornheiser alert. It is a television show. So A, no, the cameraman, Bryson should have dealt with it more professionally. His emotions make for better television, and the cameraman is being a better cameraman than most and saying, "Hey, I want to get the story here. I just don't want to get the shot." So I think the cameraman is doing his job. Bryson is allowed to feel hurt by this. I'm okay with Bryson feeling hurt by this, talking to the cameraman, getting it off his chest. But I think at the end of it, I think Bryson should have said, "Look, I lost my cool. I took it out on the closest person. I shouldn't have done that. It's okay that I lose my cool. I'm a human being just like everybody else." Like, he wants to be this 360-yard driving robot. And he wants every part of his game to be so mechanically repeatable that, like, I would like to switch his name from the scientist to the robot. Because, like, that's what he looks like. Like, he looks like a weird old version of Johnny 2. Like, he's got big old shoulders. Everything's really straight armed. He's got the one length sets. Like, he's just Mr. Robot. And, like, I thought the most interesting bit was that, like, he didn't like that he had, like, emotions.
Right.
Like, the cameraman's doing his job. And this is, like, I think this is a bit, like, no player is bigger than the game. So, was the PGA Tour there before Bryson DeChambeau? Yes.
Yep.
Will it be there after? Yes. Congratulations on your 6th win. That's more than most. But, like, he gets a lot of attention for doing weird things. He does not get a lot of attention for winning.
Yeah.
Do more winning.
Yeah. So here's my take on it.
Yeah.
And I agree with everything you said.
Yep.
I'm going to answer these in
the correct order.
in kind of the order that I gave them in. Bryson got angry at a shot. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Everybody's gotten mad at a shot.
Yeah.
It's my go-to. I kind of slam the club head into the ground and proceed. That's what I do. I teach my club head a lesson because it didn't do what it was supposed to do, and we are on better terms afterwards.
Yeah.
The cameraman is there to film, okay? There is nothing else going on in front of the cameraman than Bryson DeChambeau hitting out of the sand. There's nothing else happening. He doesn't have another angle.
Nope.
He doesn't have fans to film to watch the reaction.
Your group gets one cameraman.
Right. He's just there.
Yeah.
And as we know, making media of our own, you roll the cameras and you cut out what you don't need.
Yeah.
Who's to say the cameraman even cared that Bryson hit the sand out of frustration?
What's he supposed to do? Turn the camera off?
To be honest, right. To be honest, I don't care that he hit the sand out of frustration. He didn't pull a Sergio Garcia and hit it 50 times or dig up the green. He didn't do that. He got mad like anybody else does. Let's think of a couple years back, and I cannot remember the tournament, but Justin Thomas plays a really awful 6-iron. It goes OB off of an approach shot, and he leans onto his 6-7, whatever iron it was, leans onto it. It bends in half. He hands it to his caddy and goes on.
Yeah.
It was all on live television.
Yeah.
Okay? At the end of the round, all he said was, I probably shouldn't have done that because I needed that club later on. But
it happens.
Who cares? He didn't say anything to the camera. He knows he was on camera.
Yeah.
And that's when you had 50 cameras on each hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
No, yeah. Sorry.
Bryson needs to get over it, and don't come out and say, like, if you're going to apologize, which I think he was right to do. He said the right things.
Yeah.
I didn't handle it well. Don't follow up an apology with a but. Don't
No.
say, I'm sorry, but.
Yeah.
Then you just credit your whole apology. The PGA Tour is lucky to even have you on the course right now
Yeah.
because there's a pandemic.
Yeah.
Don't sit there and say, oh, I'm sorry that I got emotional, but it's really the PGA Tour's fault for showing it. They didn't even show it. They just kept playing.
Yeah.
They switched to a different sky cam. Okay? Nobody even saw you do this.
Yeah.
You just decided to go over and berate a cameraman doing his job. Nobody comes and screams at you for hitting golf balls.
Now, when I lost my ball in bounds last weekend at the Dartmoor Trophy, I got to the next hole. I pulled out my gap wedge and I went over to the hedge and I beat up the hedge pretty bad.
Yes.
Now, I didn't apologize for losing my ball. I didn't apologize for hitting the hedge. I didn't apologize for having an outburst. What I did apologize for, basically, look, this is an overreaction of mine, and I apologize if this affects your game in any way. But if you can please not let it, I needed to get out a burst of energy so that I can play the rest of the round calmly. And I'm trying to do that in as responsible a way as possible. I think Bryson needs to basically say, I'm a human being. Everybody does this. I'm sorry you didn't get a better angle.
Yeah. Right. Now, in your reaction to losing a ball in bounds, did you handle it appropriately? No.
Yeah.
But
I went over and I hit a defenseless tree with a gap wedge that I don't really like. And I ripped some leaves off of it.
In the terms of appropriateness, that did not help your situation. The ball is still lost.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Didn't. So was
fine.
it handled appropriately? No.
I felt good afterwards, though.
Sure. Did you have a reaction to an emotion? Absolutely. And that's okay. Do you need to beat up a bush? No. But did he need to swipe at the sand? No. Did he have a reaction? Yes.
Yeah.
Did it help swiping at the sand that he did it help the fact that he had a bad shot? No. He just reacted.
Yeah.
I don't see why somebody seeing you do, your playing partner saw you do that. You should go over to him and apologize. Don't apologize to us. We don't care.
No.
That's a man of the people moment right there for Bryson.
No, 1,000%.
I think stab at the sand. As long as it gets raked back out, who cares?
Yeah, I think the smallest of the three is sort of, he's allowed to have the reaction, and that's fine. Number two, he shouldn't even be acknowledging the cameraman other than to say thank you for doing your job in the middle of what could be a sacrifice on your part. So thank you for that. And I think the third bit, which is sort of is the most obnoxious, is the PGA Tour. What do you mean the PGA Tour needs to protect its players? The PGA Tour gives CBS the rights to the television program. It's up to CBS to play what they consider to be the best television show. And I think, Bryson's out there to win. That's entertainment. But I think that he needs to come back to it and say, I want to win because there's prize money involved and because I want to be the best golfer there is. Don't think he should say this isn't a television show and Bryson DeChambeau is more important than the sport.
For somebody like Bryson DeChambeau, who prides himself on being a character on this television show, he can't handle being on the show.
No.
And here, I'm going to put these in order of obnoxiousness, just like you did.
Mm-hmm.
The least obnoxious thing that he did was hit the sand. That
Yeah.
is the least obnoxious thing.
Yeah.
The apology attempt was worse than the action.
Yeah.
And that's when you need to realize you're in the wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I
Nope.
don't care. You don't care. Who is he playing with? It wasn't Troy Merritt. It was Troy Merritt, wasn't it?
It was either Troy Merritt. It was either Troy Merritt or Chris Kirk, I thought.
They don't care.
No.
They don't care. You hit the sand. They probably didn't even notice.
No.
If there were 50,000 fans there, they wouldn't care either.
No.
You didn't do a Sergio Garcia.
No.
But now that we're talking about this, I have a legitimate question for you.
Okay.
And it's because, and then we can get out of the news because I know this is taking up a lot of time. But legitimate question with the incredible weight gain, okay, muscular weight gain,
Ooh.
and the obvious presence of aggression.
Interesting.
And I'm totally speculating, but
Absolutely 1,000. Yeah,
I have
100%
had
speculation.
I have had this thought after seeing this because he's not the fun, happy guy since this body change. Is it fair to suspect steroids?
I think in sports today, it's always fair to suspect steroids.
Okay.
Yeah, as a
Yelling
sport,
at the cameraman was a big red flag.
Yeah. To be fair, like watching the third and fourth round, I felt like he was getting a lot angrier than most golfers if he wasn't inside of 5 feet.
Right.
Like he was just pretty angry. I think I might have to talk to a friend of mine who is very much into physical fitness and things like this. We may have to get just a brief comments for him on the show.
Yeah.
Do I suspect it? No. Would I be surprised if he was using them? No. How good is the PGA at detecting and deterring steroid use? Zero idea.
I don't think that steroid use is really in the realm of the PGA Tour. It's all about equipment.
Is it part of their drug testing?
I don't really think so.
Because I know that Vijay Singh got hit for the deer antler spray.
Yeah, but I think he got hit for the deer antler spray after openly admitting he was using it because he didn't think it was
an illegal substance.
An illegal substance. So he went out and said, "Oh yeah, I'm really happy. I've been using this deer antler spray. Been recovering really quickly." And then the PGA Tour came out and said, "We're testing him for this."
I thought when Brooks Koepka hit the scene, when Jason Day, Brooks Koepka, sort of were like when Jason Day hit the scene and like obviously bulked up from being a teenager, I suspected him a little bit. Rory McIlroy, I suspected a little bit. He got very, very fitness active. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if Tiger Woods had used it a bit. Like, my question is sort of, are they doing Olympic style tests on these players, or is it just sort of, if they're using, they're using. We don't really want to rock the boat. Let's keep the TV program going.
Right. My only concern is that Bryson DeChambeau, I'm going to flip back and forth on the pronunciation of his name.
That's
depending on how I feel.
Good. DeChambeau.
Bryson DeChambeau went from looking like me to looking like a house in
like me.
3 months.
He went from looking like you to looking like me in 3.5 months.
Right. And I am far less active than you are. And I haven't gained hardly any weight, even fat-wise.
Yeah.
So the ability to bulk up that quickly, plus the loss of enthusiasm, outward enthusiasm, and the presence of anger, again, total speculation,
Total speculation.
I started getting the feeling like maybe there's something else at play here. So I don't know. I'm concerned.
Do you think
And
the
if that's
PGA
the
will
case,
ever test? Do you
uh
think the PGA will ever do
yes.
comprehensive enough tests where they actually are out to catch people? Or will it sort of always be this on the surface? Okay, guys, we're going to test you in 2 weeks. See you then.
I'm sure they do drug testing, but I
Yeah.
don't know if they do like steroid blood testing.
I mean, because that's,
You know
I mean,
what I mean?
if Bryson DeChambeau is worried about that, worried about the PGA Tour protecting the players, then he should be thrilled that they don't do,
Right.
drug testing. And even if they do
Absolutely.
drug testing and they get caught, they get sort of these, like Dustin Johnson got an unnamed suspension because of some sort of something that may or may not have, so they suspended him for 3 weeks.
Right.
And all the
But I think
speculation was there was drug use.
right.
But no, like the PGA Tour never confirmed nor denied that. So what do you do about it?
Well, they obviously handled it in some way.
Yeah.
But so I'm looking up before we close out the PGA Tour's drug testing policy. And this is an article from 2016 stating that the PGA Tour's drug testing protocols need to be fixed.
Yeah.
And the main question here is, are PGA pros juicing?
Yeah.
And they don't test
No.
for PEDs often. Yeah, they don't test for HGH, PEDs, none of that stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I also think it's a big red flag for the tour when Bryson hits a 215-yard shot out of the rough with an 8-iron.
230.
Well, it landed 215. Come on.
Oh,
maybe
okay.
give the
Sorry.
guy a break.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, don't give him too much credit. So, all right.
Okay.
We'll wrap that up. But
Yep.
I was just curious to get your take because it's a pretty big deal. And we don't talk about, we mention his name, but we don't really go into the deep dive of Bryson that all the other media outlets do.
Yeah.
But this was of a concern. So we'll keep an eye on it.
Last bit of the news. Congratulations to Will Zalatoris for winning the Korn Ferry Tour in Colorado this week.
Yeah. Home of the longest par 5 on a professional tour. 775, I believe.
Did you hear what he did on Wednesday?
No.
He wrote a check to his caddy for for the winning amount that he would get paid if they won, and then he wins it. And so it's just another like I said, most of these. What?
And he pays the caddy?
Yeah, so he paid the caddy basically before the tournament because he was so confident he was going to win. Which is pretty cool. Also, we've got the Justin Rose Ladies Tour in the UK. That's still going strong. That seems like it's a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, there's golf everywhere right now.
There is. Thank goodness.
Yeah. You want to do the first read or you want me to do the first read?
You can do both today because talking hurts my mouth.
That sounds good.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hey guys, if you have to max out your volume to listen to me and Gunnar say wonderful things about golf, but maybe some not so great things about Bryson DeChambeau, you might want to think about getting a hearing test. Now, if you use the code word GOLF, GOLF, when you call, text, or email Jersey Shore Hearing Aid Centers, Beltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey on the Jersey Shore, 732-888-9000, they will give you a free hearing test. Now, what's better than a free hearing test? Nothing. So go to Beltone Hearing Aid Centers in New Jersey. They are located in Toms River. They're located in Ocean Township. They are located in Hazlitt. And they're located in other places up and down the Jersey Shore. Again, the phone number is 732-888-9000. If you like hearing aids or you like New Jersey, go check them out. Get your free hearing test today. Use the code word golf, and they'll hook it up for you. All right, back to the show.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
That was a good read.
Yeah, how's your tooth?
It hurts.
Yeah.
It absolutely hurts.
That was a slightly faster read because I didn't have to do the whole "Hey Gunnar, can you hear me?" thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You did not.
All right, now I'm going to make you talk loads because it's time to get to the golf. This week was the Rocket Mortgage Classic at Detroit Golf Club, 7,300 yards. We had our picks. It was very, very chalky. I didn't realize that Matthew Wolff would have technically had been a long shot when I picked him.
Well, you know what? We'll end this segment on all our picks, obviously, but yeah, I mean, we didn't know. It was kind of a wild guess as to who was going to be in Vijay Singh's group.
Yeah.
And you really lucked out with Matthew Wolff being in that first group.
I thought it was Steve Stricker, Vijay Singh, and Danny Willett. Danny Willett still finishes in the top 5 this week.
I know.
Which is apparently he listened to the podcast and he had to show me up.
Yeah, you almost double bonused on Matthew Wolff. It was close.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a bonus. I didn't see that coming. Round 1, very, very chalky. You want to get into it, Gunnar?
Yeah, so well, first, before the whole match started, Dylan Fratelli and Harris English both drop out for COVID reasons.
That's 9 and 10.
That's 9 and 10, but those aren't the only ones who dropped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, round 1 was great. I actually kept an eye on the Ricky Fowler, Nate Lashley, Webb Simpson group.
Yeah.
They kind of tore it up, except for Nate Lashley, but he hung in there for a while.
Yeah.
It was good to see Ricky play well. It was good to see Webb come back after a week off and play well.
Yes.
Your low round was 7 under. Doc Redman, Scott Stallings, and Kevin Kisner all shoot low on the first day.
Yep.
Scotty Scheffler, round 1, man of the people with a 7 over 79.
Man of the people.
Man of the people. And then we all of a sudden see Wyndham Clark withdraw for COVID reasons. So there's 11.
Yeah.
But all in all, a really good first round. Pretty
good.
solid. We hot mic'd it. It was fantastic. Loved it. Yeah. What's your take on round 1?
Like I said, it was sort of fun to watch Webb Simpson and Ricky Fowler. In my book, it was mostly chalky. Thursday and Friday golf, I think because there's so many people out there, it's just hard to really focus on one group because everybody's jumping around. And Thursday golf doesn't mean a whole lot just because you can still make a push on Friday to make the cut. But it was fun. It was nice seeing the course. It was again sort of in like a gated community, so people were cheering for it. You heard sort of like people cheering in their backyards. Do you think they're still going to have fans at Memorial? Sorry for not doing that bit in the news, but with like 11 or 12 players not being in for COVID reasons, are they going to surround them with 30,000 people a day?
They might. I mean,
Ugh.
it's really up to the governor.
Yeah.
So, and Memorial's playing at Muirfield,
Yeah.
and they're having back-to-back tournaments at Muirfield,
Yeah.
which I'm excited for.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that as well.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
They just might.
Yeah.
Round two.
Round two.
Highlighted group in round two. Patrick Reed. Really fun to watch Patrick Reed struggle on moving day.
We hot mic'd
Bryson,
again for Friday.
Yeah, we were hot mic'd again for Friday.
Yeah.
Bryson DeChambeau and Hideki Matsuyama also in the same group.
Yeah.
See, the low round went to three-way tie. Webb Simpson, Matthew Wolff, and Ryan Armour.
Mm-hmm.
Not nearly used enough. All three shooting an 8 under 64.
Yeah.
With the worst round going to Donnie Trosper with 5 over. So moving day was good for everybody.
Yeah.
The cut line, I kept an eye on the cut line because it started the day at 3 under, and by noon it had moved to 4 under, and then by the end of it, it was 5 under par. So you had 2 changes in the cut line, and a lot of people got cut out, not early, but at the end of the round.
Yeah.
Just with low scores. And round two, Taylor Gooch withdraws.
Yep. Saw that. Yeah.
And Kevin Na actually withdraws 9 holes in. After his first 9, he leaves, and I couldn't find a single reason why. So I'm not so certain it wasn't.
I looked at his scorecard. The scorecard
well.
didn't look bad. It wasn't like
he was playing well.
Yeah. Maybe just an awkward injury or something.
Who knows? I couldn't find out why.
Yeah.
And believe me, I tried.
Yeah.
But yeah, Patrick Reed, big moment, shoots even par, gets cut.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yep.
That was all about it. Singh gets cut late.
Yeah.
I was hoping for some bonus points on Singh making the cut, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Not a whole lot.
Nope. Moving day success, though.
Yeah, it was good.
Let's see. You ready for round 3?
Round 3. Saturday in Detroit.
Detroit Golf Club. Tony Finau, wicked 6 under par to move to 11 under. He's paired with Bo Van Pelt. That was a fun group to watch, and Tony Finau kind of went off on Saturday.
I'm always excited to see him at the Masters. He's going to be one of my favorites for the Masters every year.
Yeah, well, he's kind of legendary at the Masters now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Big round for Matthew Wolff. Finishes the day in first.
Yeah.
With Bryson tied for second. Wolff has a 3-stroke lead by the end of the day. He shoots an 8 under par 64. And what I like about this is Matthew Wolff goes back-to-back days shooting a 64, and he's only ever shot 64 one other time in his young career.
Yeah.
So he really turned on the jets, and I think that swing is still working for him. Harry Higgs shoots the high round of the day at 6 over. And our chalk lines kind of come into play here. You know, Hideki finishes 12 under. Tyrrell Hatton finishes 12 under. Webb Simpson is tied for 8 at 13.
Yeah.
Wolff and Bryson, like I said, 1 and 2. And Victor Hovland is tied for 8th at 13 under. So
yeah. So Matthew Wolff finishes day 3 shots ahead of Bryson DeChambeau.
Yep.
Which I was very excited for. I didn't realize he was quite a long shot. I sort of made up this story in my head, which was everybody's talking about Victor Hovland. Victor Hovland was probably in the top 5 favorites to win. Webb Simpson, Tyrrell Hatton, Victor Hovland, Bryson DeChambeau, and you want to make up a 5th guy?
Well, actually, Webb Simpson and Hideki were both tied as like the fifth favorite.
Okay, yeah. Then and Hideki Matsuyama. It was fantastic. I made up this story in my head that Matthew Wolff doesn't like it when Victor Hovland gets more attention than he does.
Mm-hmm.
Because they both went to the Oklahoma State University of the Cowboys, and yeah, so I just sort of made that up in my head, and it seemed to work.
Yeah,
he shot lights out Friday and Saturday, was up by 3 going into the final day. I didn't have a ton of confidence in him on Sunday. I wish I had more confidence on him on Sunday. I don't think he would, Bryson was sort of going, I'm going to shoot between 5 and 7 under a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Matthew Wolff sort of used up all of his juice and went out on Sunday trying to hold it together instead of like going for the knockout.
Right.
And I was also very disappointed that, like, I know that there's like a weird, like, what your last name ends with or when did you stop playing or whatever. But like, I think because it's a TV show, I think the PGA Tour should be able to say, no, we want Matthew Wolff, and we want the storyline to be in the last group. We want Bryson and Matt Wolff together in the last group on Sunday.
Right. No,
it's like looking for scoreboards instead of them battling it out.
Do you think Matthew Wolff would have had a chance to win outright if he was paired with Bryson?
Yes, I think he would have had more of one.
Right. Which is what happened last time they were paired in the final group.
Yeah.
Matthew Wolff almost got in Bryson's head a little bit.
Yeah.
And then took it from him.
Yeah.
On the final hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would have liked to have seen that a little bit more.
Absolutely. Sorry,
there's
a wasp in my space here.
Is he mad because you killed his cousin?
Probably.
Yeah, no, it was one of those things. So over the course of the tournament, Matt Wolff had 30 birdies and 12 bogeys. Where I think Bryson had 27, 26 or 27 birdies, and then like 5 or 6 bogeys. So, and most of Matthew Wolff had a real roller coaster of a round on Sunday. I just think if he could, I don't think he needed to play to 6 under, but he certainly didn't need as many bogeys as he had. 12 bogeys.
No.
To go 30 birdies and 12 bogeys is, imagine if he went bogey free.
Oh yeah. He would have smashed the field. Absolutely. I think Matthew Wolff in the final round, which we'll dive into now, but Matthew Wolff, who's in the final group with Ryan Armour, takes a lot of big risks, and they don't necessarily pay off. Now, I know he had an eagle putt on 17 that he left an inch short. That's a heartbreaker.
Yeah. But he wasn't in a position on 17, he had lost his position by then.
Yeah, he could have, I guess making the eagle putt would have popped up on the 18th hole scoreboard for Bryson to see, and maybe given Wolff a chance, but Bryson won the tournament before Wolff even made his approach shot. But yeah, Bryson on the final day shoots a 7 under 65 to go to 22 under. Wolff only shoots a 1 under 71 to go in solo second, but 2 back. So there's a 5-stroke lead.
But if you look at his scorecard, he shoots like 8 birdies.
No. He
went
a ton
nuts.
Of birdies, a ton of bogeys. Yeah. And Bryson actually gets the low round of the day at 7 under, and poor Ted Potter Jr. finishes out not in last place, but shoots a 6 over 78. But all our picks went super chalk. Whenever we get into that after this, but
except Matt Wolff.
except for Matthew Wolff.
Yeah.
But
let's get into the picks. Bryson DeChambeau wins.
that's
It's
right.
his 4th week in a row in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
He's killing it.
He is killing it. Yeah. You actually picked the 1 and 2.
That was crazy, and 2 was out there.
2 was kind of out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you picked Bryson, Wolff, and Victor Hovland.
Mm-hmm.
They go 1, 2, and tied for 12.
Yeah.
So you get 1,000 bonus points on Bryson.
You're welcome, world.
500 bonus points on Wolff, and 250 bonus points on Victor. I went with Hideki Matsuyama, lost bonus points on that altogether because he fell into out of the top 20 to T21. It's a bummer. Terrell Hatton tied for 4th, so I get 500 bonus on that, and Webb inside the top 10 with the T8, and I get 500. So we finished the week out.
Sorry, I was saying I was expecting to see more of Terrell Hatton, but we just didn't see him.
Yeah, we didn't. I think the coverage kind of obviously flipped to the storyline, which was fine. It's whatever. But there's an 800-point swing between you and I. So you kind of crushed me on that, especially with that 1-2 pick. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I did, however,
to the bank.
Yeah, you should
get myself a Swingdom T-shirt.
You should. They're very nice, very comfortable. I did pick the low round of the week at 8 under 4 times.
Yep.
So that doesn't get any bonus points.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just happy to have a something go right this week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, very chalky. Very chalky. I can't wait to catch up next week.
Yeah. No, there was something else. What was there? There was at the end of the second day, Webb Simpson and Chris Kirk were tied first or tied second.
Mm-hmm.
And they were technically the last 2 winners on tour that were in the field. Webb Simpson winning Harbortown Links, RBC Heritage, and Chris Kirk jumping up from being in the Corn Ferry Tour where he won last week. He made a big jump. So I think it's quite strange that Chris Kirk last week I think wins like $105,000 or something. And this week, coming in the top 5, he wins like 300,000.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see these back. You still got that wasp?
Yeah. It's flying around.
Yeah, what did we pick for did I pick 25 for overall tournament or
I don't think we picked an overall.
Oh,
I'm not. We might have. I didn't write it down. I apologize.
That's fine. I won that then technically, since Gunnar didn't write it.
Sure, technically.
Yep.
That's right.
No bonus points attributed though, so that's fine.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh, well. That's it. That is the Rocket Mortgage recap. It was a good tournament. I liked it. Bring it back to DC.
Yeah,
well, when it comes back to RTJ next year. They're not, but I'm hopeful.
That'd be hopeful.
Yeah. I'm always going to root for Ricky Fowler in this tournament since it's his tournament.
Yeah.
So that's who I'm going to pick.
Yeah.
Ricky Fowler, 2021.
Cool. I'm going with a little known player. Nobody's heard much of him yet. He's going to be playing his first year on tour, youngest player on tour ever. His name is Gavin Kane.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
And if it's here in the DMV, we can we'll just drive.
Yeah, we'll just drive. Yeah.
Yeah, at 12. He'll be 12 then.
That's fine. Youngest player to make the cut and win a tournament in the last 50 years. Yeah.
Do you think they'll let him play up front?
No, but I don't think they'll have a choice. He'll be so good, and he'll be such a big storyline that they're just going to have to let him play. Yeah.
Yeah. Too much of a stud.
Yep.
I love it.
All right. Are you ready? We're ready for the next read.
Yeah.
All right.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hot Mic.
Hot Mic.
Hot Mic. If you love watching golf as much as we do, which is a lot, but you're tired of listening to the same old announcers, check out Hot Mic. It is an application on your phone. You can see them at hotmic.io or look in the App Store, Google, Android, iOS, Apple, wherever your apps are. Download Hot Mic, use the code word golf, subscribe to the Swingdom. If you like listening to this podcast, you can listen to us instead of the usual commentators. Last Friday we did an hour over the fourth round of the Quicken Loans Classic, Rocket Mortgage Classic. I think it was that technically the first time it's ever been hosted a golf event while being on the golf course.
Yeah, you were playing golf while commentating on professional golf.
Yeah,
it was very cool.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I called in from the golf course into Hot Mic, where if you use the code word golf, you can see me and Gunnar. Gunnar commented on our games as well as the professional games, while I got to comment on Patrick Reed falling apart at the seams.
Yep.
I don't think I told you this, but you cousin Adam on the eighth hole when he lifted a little bit.
Yeah.
He was like, how is Gunnar a golf magician? So
I do know it's surprising because the people who listen to our podcast might not come through, but I do know what I'm talking about most of the time.
Yeah, I don't. I'm just here for the banter. I'm just here for a good time. Yeah, so check out Hot Mic. Listen to us talk about the pros, our own games, everything. Again, the code word is golf. Subscribe to us. Use the code word golf, GOLF. And let's get back to the show.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Swingdom.
Welcome.
Today is so have we gotten an email from anybody about what's in their bag yet?
No.
Okay, wonderful. Should we do our own what's in the bag, or should I've got a would you rather? How about I do a would you rather very quickly, and then we do a what's in your bag, and we either praise or mock it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, would you rather have Matthew Wolff's swing, or would you rather have Bryson DeChambeau's swing?
Oh, Matthew Wolff's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Very quick and succinct.
Yeah, I figured it was a quick one. It was just because we had to watch them all day yesterday, and I was like, Matthew Wolff's swing is very, very different, but it looks fluid and athletic.
Yes.
Bryson's is very technical and androgynous.
Yeah. Let's say
that's probably not the right word. Like for me, it's very robotic.
It is. And let's say Bryson gets a bad bout of food poisoning and he loses a bunch of weight. That body is not going to hold up to that swing. He definitely is going to suffer from Tiger Woods syndrome, and he's going to hurt himself eventually with his swing.
Yeah.
He could maintain it if he slows it down. If he stops trying to chase 400, because it's guaranteed that's what he's doing. If he if he stops chasing a 400-yard drive, he averaged 350.1 yards off the tee this week. That's ridiculous.
His tee shot and these were into the rough. If they had rolled along the fairway.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, every time he was in tree trouble, it wasn't really trouble because he was at the end of the tree line.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he always had a shot out. He's going to hurt himself one day. So I definitely take Matthew Wolff's swing.
Yeah. I just think it's like
whip it around.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah. I think just Bryson, he's going to have one day where he doesn't do an hour and a half warm up. Or there's going to be a rain delay, or there's going to be something like, say the grass is wet and he slips a little bit further than I think he's just sort of like one like centimeter away from over rotation and just not playing golf again for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
so powerful. It's so muscular. It's got to be detrimental to the actual skeletal system.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I definitely take Matthew Wolf's swing.
I like his swing. I like that he sort of like he like looks at the hole, he shifts his hands forward so he can sort of like feel like his wrists pronating.
Mhm.
Pronatal? No, that's babies. No, that's prenatal.
That's babies. That's prenatal.
Well,
Pronatal is like in favor of babies.
oh, okay. Yeah, why not? Sure, I believe you. So he gets like he puts himself into his impact position and then does his
Yeah.
backswing, which I think is like something I try to do as I'm doing my practice swings on the tee. Like I like to move my hands
Mhm.
up a little bit. I've started doing that a little bit just because I think it's fun to be like, and this is my impact position. Okay, feel this. It's comfortable. Now relax into it instead of forcing.
Right.
All right, cool. That's my would you rather. We both agreed we'd rather have Matthew Wolf's. I'd certainly rather have Matthew Wolf's sense of humor.
Yep. Just thinking about ice cream.
I just would rather be Matthew Wolf. Not than myself, just more than Bryson DeChambeau.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, what's in your bag?
All right. So, I have a new addition in my bag, which we talked about a little while ago. But I have an F8 driver from Cobra.
How old is that now?
3 years.
Okay. Do you like it
Beautiful.
still?
Yeah, I still hit bombs with it.
Yeah.
When
You
I
gotta be
can't
careful
hit
about
bombs with
saying
it
that, so.
anymore. No.
Yeah.
When I stop hitting bombs, I'll get a new driver.
Cool.
I have an F6 3-wood and 3 hybrid in my bag
How
from
many
Cobra.
degrees is your hybrid?
13 degrees.
No, it isn't.
Yeah. 13
30
degree hybrid, 11 degree.
That's like a 2-iron.
11 degree 3-wood. Well, it's good approach hybrid. I like it. It's my
Okay.
game, Ben.
Cool.
You have your 8-iron set to 6-iron. So stop. Don't tell me.
That's fine. But my 3 hybrid, my 3 hybrid is set to 21 degrees. So I'm just saying you're getting 8 degrees on a 3 hybrid. I was curious if that's
I also hit really high, so it helps me out.
That's good.
I have to
That's
dial
good
everything down. That's why
Yeah.
my driver is dialed so far down because I hit
6
so
degrees?
high. It's at 9.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I hit it like a 12 degree.
Yeah.
Anything over that, they just skyrocket and fall down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I have Titleist 718 CBs 5 through pitching wedge.
Cool. CBs like cavity backs?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a cavity back style, but they're forged. They're blades. They just kind of have a minor cavity in them.
And you've got the
really
what grips
isn't
do you? You've got the
cavity.
Super Stroke grips on them, don't you?
I do. I have Super Stroke traction mid-size grips. Which this weekend I'll be regripping all my wedges. So
show us your hands because mid-size grips. Ooh,
I have mid-size hands.
Yep.
Look at these hands.
Look at them. Look at those hands.
Anyways,
which is your favorite iron?
They kind of look stumpy in the camera.
Yeah.
They're not. Anyways, my favorite iron, definitely my 8-iron.
Oh, okay.
Definitely my 8-iron.
How far do you hit it?
It carries about 157.
Okay.
But I can I have a lot more shots with my 8-iron than I do anything else in the bag. Yeah,
Okay.
I have a nice little knockdown 140 with the 8. Yeah, I can do a whole bunch of stuff with my 8-iron, so I like it a lot.
Cool.
And I also have the Project X stiff shafts in all my irons.
Nice.
Yeah. Wedges. Let's see. I have X Vokey wedges 52 to 60, 52, 56, 60.
Okay. So like the
All
appropriate spacing.
black. Yeah, all in black.
Ooh, nice.
I painted myself the black
Ooh.
in the paint fill. They used to be whites painted,
Yeah.
but I made them black because they look good. And then my new club is the 64 degree Phil Mickelson grind Callaway wedge.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took it out to that par 3 course. I was just dropping darts all over the place. I can't be stopped.
Ugh, I can't believe you.
I just can't be stopped now.
Yeah.
So, and then I play with a 2014 Scotty Cameron Newport 2.
Very cool. What kind of bag do you have? Do you have?
A Titleist super light 14 way bag.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. That's
Ball of choice?
Bridgestone Tour B.
Yeah, I played one of those on Saturday and I really liked it.
It's great. Such a good ball.
Yeah. Type of glove?
FootJoy Stay Soft.
Okay. And do you have a specific tee that you like?
Yeah, those blue tees with the kind of like, I can't remember what they're called. Maybe they're called like Pro something. I usually
Pro
have
tee?
one just like
Pro tee.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I usually have one laying around here, but they're the blue ones, the 2-inch.
Cool.
With little spikies at the top.
Nice. What kind of shoes?
Less surface resistance. What are they? The FootJoy. FootJoy. I play FootJoys. They're the tour shoes though.
Oh, the Stay Dries.
No. They're the more athletic look.
Oh, okay. Then they're the other
black.
ones.
They're thin. Yeah.
Okay. I like those. Those are good. I think I've got a pair similar to them.
You do. You have the more flexible one.
Yeah.
I have the sturdier one.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So that's great. That's what's in your bag. I really didn't have any faults with any of it except that your 3 hybrid is, I think, like this it's less degrees than my 3 wood.
It might be, yeah.
Like your 3 wood's probably 15 degrees and your hybrid is 12.
Well, what do you get out of your three hybrid?
What do I get out of my 3 hybrid?
Yeah.
A nice tingly feeling in my hands, a smile.
No, distance-wise, how far do you hit that?
At least 215.
Okay.
Anywhere from 215 to 240 if I'm really crunching it. Yeah.
See, mine carries like 230. It carries.
Yeah.
And I can shape that one a little bit better too.
Yeah. No, my hybrid's probably my favorite club. I can hit it almost as far as my driver.
Yeah.
Need to get better with the driver. All right. Yeah. What did you get up to in golf this week?
So I didn't do anything. I'm not gonna lie to you. This tooth has been killing me. We didn't do anything. Our outing, our 4-ball outing got canceled unexpectedly.
Because of the tooth?
No, it got canceled pre-tooth.
Yeah.
And then my tooth just hurt too bad. Like it hurts really bad right now. So
yeah,
we didn't go out. Kind of hung out, watched golf.
Yeah.
Keeping like an ice pack and a heat pack on my face.
Yeah.
For the past 4 days.
Yeah.
Other than that, not a whole lot. Like I said, ordered some new grips, so we're going to be putting those on this week. I got a new t-shirt. I'll debut on our hot mic, and then I'll wear it again for our Monday podcast next week.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice shirt.
Yep.
No. What'd you do?
I played in my foursomes match play.
Yes, you did.
Alternate shot.
Yeah.
You've heard me complain about these guys wanting to play at 7:30 in the morning.
Yes.
I loved it. I think I'm going to start playing more at 7:30 in the morning.
Morning golf is better golf.
Okay. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to start showing up at the golf course at like 7 and playing at 7. getting back to the house at
Mhm.
9 and just being like ready for like the house stuff all day. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. We shot lights out. We almost shut
I
them out
heard.
in 12 holes.
Mm.
So what is that? Is that up 8 with 7 to play or something?
Yes.
Yeah. So we gave him probably 2 more holes than we needed to. It was a little, so I guess right now the golf course doesn't have like a seniors foursomes tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It's just everybody. So really, really nice guys. Played with 2 absolutely sweet guys. I'd love to go out and play with them again. But they were probably more than double my age.
Hmm.
And they definitely didn't have the strength off the tee.
No, so was it easier or did they play forward?
There is no forward.
Oh, that's right. Not on your course. I saw
No.
that.
Yeah, there's no forward. So they had the player we played from. They only got 6 strokes. So they only got
Hmm.
they got 7 strokes. They got 3 on the front, 4 on the back. It was nice it felt good to win,
Right.
but I am definitely I I felt I didn't if I felt a little bad afterwards.
Hmm. Never
Um
feel bad for winning. Did you take it seriously?
I took it so seriously.
Good.
I putted lights out. We birdied 3 holes on the front.
Nice.
Like as alternate shot. Like we took it so seriously.
That's how you get prepared.
I was making putts for it. So we're playing golf again tonight. I'm gonna take it seriously. What I'm gonna especially do, I notice, is I've got to take my chips a little bit more seriously. And if I
Mhm.
take my putting seriously, I'm unstoppable.
There you go.
So that was good. We've got the next one coming up, I think, in a week or 2. I'm looking forward to that as well. I've got to set up my actual men's league one. I'm playing the senior captain. I'm giving him 11 shots. So I think I'm trying to stretch it out as long as possible so that maybe I only have to give him 10 shots.
Mhm.
But he's a good golfer.
Good.
Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to be doing another show on Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay. I just didn't know if you needed more time for your tooth.
Thursday is when I get it taken care of.
Okay. So we'll have the preview show coming out on Wednesday.
Mhm.
We've got Hot Mic this week. Again, use the code word golf. We've got YouTube stuff coming out all the time. So if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, thumbs up if you like us. It makes us feel good about ourselves. And yeah, and we're on Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, anywhere you can get your podcasts. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Are you doing a TikTok soon?
I'm not doing TikTok.
Me
No.
neither.
I looked at TikTok. I'm not in on TikTok.
Okay. So then you use the code word golf at FNX Fitness, use the code word golf at Hot Mic, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And that's all we can ask of you. That's all we appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening or watching the Swingdom. Gunnar, it was good hanging out with you again. I will talk to you later.
All right, Ben. Thanks.
All right. Bye, Gunnar.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.